Hello everyone, hope you are well. I just wanted to give a video about how West Indies managed to lose yesterday. I had predicted that West Indies would win against England and wrong prediction, but there are a lot of reasons why West Indies lost yesterday. I mean, West Indies got off to a very good start initially with Brandon King and Charles, and it was very unfortunate that Brandon King had that injury and he had to leave the field. And I was thinking that's some kind of a misfortune not needed. I mean, there have been times once Jack Ellis and Herschel Gibbs in the Champions Trophy were going so well against India, and then there was a cramp issue, and then the match totally fell apart. I'm not saying the same, but after 10 overs, West Indies were like 80 plus for just one wicket, and they had all those power hitters in the dressing room, and they had overs in hand. And I mean, from that point, 200 was a minimum score that West Indies should have got. 200 or 200 plus, but they eventually just got 180. And West Indies really played Adil Rashid and Moeen Ali very badly. But West Indies have always had a problem against spin, and I did mention about Adil Rashid's presence. He really tied up Nicholas Pooran, who has a bad record against Adil Rashid, and Adil Rashid was hit for one lucky six, but otherwise it was just three to four singles over, and he really really made it very tight, and the run rate also came low. And West Indies, I mean, when they play, I mean, against Afghanistan with spinners, they got 218. But there is two types of playing spin. I mean, sometimes you just hit out against the spinners when both spinners also maybe bowl faster and not fly the ball, and you just hit out. But yesterday, Adil Rashid, classic leg spin bowling, he really flighted the ball outside the off stump. And when if you see even Charles going out to Moeen Ali, that ball was outside off stump, and he didn't move his feet to at all towards the ball, and he just stood there and he was reaching out to the ball. And the only thing that could have happened was a catch, and he was caught at mid or long on, I think. And the way West Indies were playing spin was very shocking. But West Indies have always had a problem with spin since mid 90s, late 90s against quality spin, especially against leg spinners. So that is a big problem that I saw against West Indies. And another over that really changed this match was that 16th over. I think that Jofra Archer bowled. I mean, Nicholas Pooran had got 98 in the last match, and he did stick around for a while in this match too, and he never really got going yesterday except a couple of boundaries. And there was this one over where he hit a four, I think, of the second ball, but there were five dot balls, and the last dot ball was a wicket. He was caught by the keeper, but there were four of them where he just missed a straight balls. It was just full balls from Archer, but he really did well to bowl it outside off stump. And there is a lot of premeditation, which I should say. I mean, because Nicholas Puran normally tries to hit a lot to the leg side, so he was probably expecting more straighter ball. But these kind of premeditations can really make a difference because Jofra Archer was intelligent and he bowled outside the off stump. It wasn't any great balls. I mean, it was just ball full, and Nicholas Puran could have got bat onto it, maybe a boundary or anything. But there were five dot balls in that 16th over plus the wicket Nicholas Puran. That was a very critical thing in the match, and eventually West Indies only got to 180, which was a below par score. I mean, and the pitch was very good for batting into a stroke play, especially early on. That there was spin for the spinners, but otherwise it was a very good batting track. And especially from the even before the match, I mean, 180 to 200 would be like par, but the start West Indies got. Even though that unfortunate instead of losing Brandon King, but from the start, West Indies got 200 was a minimum, and I thought maybe 210, 15 somewhere there, and they probably would have won the match. But West Indies, when they got 180, I was like, it's problem. And Akhil Hussain bowled a good first over, I should say, but the energy in the West Indian camp was very low. And I don't think I've never seen a Romario Shepherd in this World Cup. I don't know, maybe I missed out, but he should have never been bowling the first over. I mean, he had the fine leg up and he bowled two juicy leg stump half volleys, which was hit for four, and the pressure was suddenly off that was created by Akil Hussain. And then there was this horrible drop catch from Nicholas Pooran of Phil Salt of Akil Hussain's bowling, and there was a straightforward chance, and he missed it. He could have even had a second attempt, but he wasn't really vigilant to that ball, and that was a huge thing in the match because Phil Salt went on to score, I don't know, 70 or 80. And Butler was also doing okay, but West Indies, I don't know. West Indies were very shabby in the first 10 overs, I would say, except for the bowling of Akil Hussain. He really bowled well, but the field placings could have been better. And England, credit to England, they did play Akil Hussain well. They didn't really cross patch, and they did play his arm ball really well, and he has a wonderful arm ball. And Moti, the spinner, also bowled. And Roston Chase really brought some stability back into the West Indian bowling. He is a very intelligent bowler and he really bowled well. I mean, he did take that wicket of Butler, but more than the wicket, he really kept things tight. And even though I think West Indies had a shabby first half towards the bowling, but still, after Butler got out later, there was pressure because in 60 balls, England needed around 100 runs and 8 wickets. But then, so there was pressure if there was wickets falling. But West Indian bowling, I don't know, it was really patchy yesterday. And the fielding, there was a lot of run-out chances missed as well, and there was a lot of and England also had a bit of luck. There was a lot of inside edges of Phil Saul going to boundaries and edges as well from Bairstow. But Bairstow, credit to Bairstow, Bairstow really played a match-winning innings. I mean, at that stage, if Bairstow hadn't played that innings, England probably would have been in trouble. But West Indies could have. I mean, a lot of things, like I said, that 180, they were 25 runs short at least. And the way they bowled, Romario Shepherd shouldn't have bowled that first over. And I mean, and everyone saw, those who saw that over that he bowled was an absolute shock. I mean, a decent club cricketer would have clubbed him in that over. I mean, he went for 30 runs and he was bowling with absolutely no pace. I mean, around 130 Ks bowling halfway through the pitch. I mean, a decent club player, good enough player would just smack you over. And I'm not surprised that Phil Salt got stuck into him. So that was Romero Shepherd as a batsman can hit the long ball, but as a bowler, I mean, he should have never been opening the bowling. Even though Alsari Joseph didn't have a big match, I would have definitely opened with obviously Akil Hussain and Alzari Joseph to Jay. But Romero Shepherd, especially against the English attacking batsman in the power play, he should have never bowled the first over. It was too forced, but the way he was bowling at the pads, getting when you play T20 and especially 180 total, there's a lot of pressure and you need to create pressure with fielding and bowling, and the energy was really low. Even though Nicholas Puran got around 30, I don't know how many he got, but I think Nicholas Puran had a really horrible match because he did struggle batting. And that over against Archer, where he gave 5 dot balls, and the drop catch of Full Salt, and the drop catch of Pesto, and a couple of run out chances also he missed. So that was a shocker. And England eventually getting home, it could have been a different match if West Indies had another 25 runs, and the bowling combination, they'll have to look at it. So now it's going to be interesting with South Africa there as well. But against the West Indies is a problem. I mean, they score runs, but I mean, I've always said they are very leg side oriented players, and they hit a lot of straight balls. Yes, get full. But on the offside, a lot of batsmen are found lacking, especially against spin. And England made a terrible mistake by bowling Liam Livingston, who went for 20 runs in that over. Paul getting the runs, and eventually he got that wicket, but it was like buying the wicket. But that 20 runs made a big difference to West Indies at that time, and that was an unneeded change because Moeen Ali and Rashid were bowling well and everyone was looking good. And Mark Wood again went for runs, bowling fast, just bow fast on these which without variety. But anyway, that's my thought. It was disappointing. I really wanted West Indies to win, and I think they had the match in their hand, but like I said, all these reasons are contributing to their loss. Anyway, India Afghanistan match today, like I mentioned in my video, I don't know how the pitch is going to play, probably batting friendly, but I do think that Afghanistan have a very good chance. Everyone, please take care. God bless you.